Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to what is likely the penultimate episode of the Jolly Green Build Along. We'll get to see them out on the rocks. We might do some mid-course adjustments and then finish up with that. Then they'll get painted. You'll see them. Well, you'll see one of them routinely. You'll see the other one once or twice more, and then it will head off to its forever home. That is the one that got its bench build portion completed in episode 4. This is episode 5. This is where the servo and axle is going to get his finishing touches. There's no other way to say it. Because of how it is being outfit, I already took care of this. Secure 120, Rhino Crawler S12 1470. Everything is bundled up. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. This is our Velcro affixing. We are going to be running on an Ovonic 850. Yes. I cut the back of the rails. Just a hair. This is not quite the same width as this. I think this is a Vanquish part. So it's a little bowed. It's not perfect, but it works. I would like to order the Element delete pieces, either from Element or STRC, basically for both rigs. We'll see if we get to that. And I also cut the front of the chassis because as I was cutting down the rails, I believe I mentioned in episode 4 that you should treat the sliders as generic. I needed to make no modifications to them whatsoever to fit the big FJ, the Ally Express FJ. Now, they're a bit wide for an anvil, but the infill is definitely out there at like, I don't know, could be 100%. Because it grinds just like plastic. And I did it in a way that I could have illustrated the total cutting on this anvil, which, I mean, yes, look how low an anvil is that little teddy bear shape in the back. I basically set this down on top of the rails. I set it just like that. I made a mark. My trusty guy cut it up. And then it needed to go a little deeper right there, but I was like, well, I don't need the center of it to go any deeper. So there you are. There, it sits down real nice and look how level. And when these were unmolested, this was sitting on top. You can still see the hint of silver Sharpie on the edge. I made a mark down each side with silver Sharpie. Went down it with the Dremel. And because this slider pushes the body back, a hair further back, I would say it is 3, 4, maybe even 5 millimeters further back than Jolly Green's body is. That made the bumper look like it was sticking out way too far. And if you'll recall back to episode 4, he's running the Stinger. I've just been calling him Roger Maris. Roger Maris is running a Stinger, and for this guy, I opted for the other style, Style B. Style B was not made nearly as nicely as Style A. It has this different kind of satiny semi-gloss coating on it. None of the, see how that's flat across the top? I did that. I took this over to the sander. I ground off the little tips, because they were just kind of ugly. Like whatever method or machine they're using to weld, it did not leave a great finish on that. So I spent some time throwing titanium grit at myself off the sand. Well, it's just balding your sanding disc on your sander. So if you decide to do some modifications to your titanium bumper, be prepared. I mainly just wanted this nice 2-finger grip. With my banana mitts, it's not comfortable to pick up from that Stinger. It goes right into a finger joint. And then from the back, it's even better. So do I wish that this piece was a hair longer? Have I thought about just cutting 2 pieces, like cut this off and then cut a piece of aluminum and make a little aluminum back? Yes. Have I thought about just putting a round piece at the back? Yes, I've also thought about that too. We will arrive, this guy is most likely not getting a bed. So we will arrive at our final, at our conclusion soon enough. Step one, same as we had before. We got to get body posts on. I have already been on Wi-Fi. The Secure is, I should state it all the time, the Secure is currently the only AM32 that I actively recommend. Either the, I mean, that doesn't include the Hyper. The Hyper I would recommend for anybody who wants the Bugatti stuff, because the Hyper is the same architecture as the Secure, so it runs the same type of firmware, but it can run censored. Now, as of me saying these words right now, the only censored Outrunner that I know of is the Three Brothers Black Jacket, and it is not inexpensive. The combination of the two will cost you about $200. The ESC and the motor. Now, is it worth it? Well, I can't speak for you. You would know. Now, what it is well, okay. I think I can break it down even more simply. Can you feel when you're running one of these, when you're running an Outrunner setup, can you feel when it transitions from sine power to regular power? If your answer is yes, then the Hyper Black Jacket combo is wizardry. It is magic. It just feels like, so I wish I could whiteboard it. Many times it feels like power goes, it feels like rampy, right? But like more sine wavy, right? Like it moves in steps, notches. Not with the Hyper and the Black Jacket. It just feels like it doesn't even feel like a curve. It just feels like there's the box with the 45-degree straight line in it. Power just keeps coming, and until you've run out of RPM. It's really something else. Now, it's not something I would outfit to everything, but I have absolutely no regrets. So there's that. We're going to go to about there. So there's a little mold mark. We're going to cut right at the mold mark. I tell myself, that's accurate. That's an accurate statement. I tell myself, I'll clean that up. I'll clean that rough cut end. I generally don't. We have to pre-cut these, unlike the other ones, because the other guy's got a fusion. I think we're probably going to be in that hole right there. And then we'll cut it down even more. Because much like we did the other one, we need to push these in so where they're out of the way. Set the body down. This is going to be an easier body to fit. Partially because I've done it once. Let's take it off about there. I need to get a new anvil cutter, like for real. I've used this one so much. As you can see, it's a Craftsman, so I don't even know if you can get whatever they call that part that the blade goes down towards, whatever they call that part. These Meepo blades are pretty good. Amazon special, of course. Okay, maybe it will actually not be out as far as I thought, because we're riding high. We're riding high on the posts. Can't even have these in. We're only going to have those up like one hole. Well, looking at it, the inside of the hood is basically sitting down on the top of the snoot there, which I'm not upset about at all. I will run some hobby foam or similar. I'm feeling so bold. I mean, I will double check it one side against the other. But that sits down so firm that looks close. Looks real close. Bottom to hole is 21. Bottom to hole is 20. So which do we think is more accurate? Would we prefer to be... Gotta get our head at it. It's 20. It's 20. So which one did I say was 20? This one. All right, again, not to the extent of, if you'll recall back, not to the extent of that one, but every cab that's just flat down on the back has some thinning at the back. Again, Gorilla Tape, whatever you like. I like T-Rex tape. I still have a roll of it. I use it pretty much just for this because it's so sticky. I find it's not really that useful for that many other things. It's like Gorilla Tape on steroids. I can't imagine ever using it as actual tape. So, use it for a body stiffener. I just hope we never have to get to the point. Like, these things keep getting thinner and thinner. It would be nice if that wasn't the case. I never want to have to move back to the time in history where we were drywall tape and shoe gooing or E6000ing bodies to try to keep them together. I mean, Biddy Design is the only one I can think of. Nope, Delta Plastic. Delta Plastic does multiple thicknesses of bodies, some of which I would honestly categorize as too thick. I think they have 1.5 millimeter. It's so thick that it like cracks like a door panel on an old Saturn. So they might be might have gone a little too far. This is going to be a 10-minute fitment and a 30-minute paint job. Let's go to right about there and there. Now we'll see if I need to trim it out a little more. I went a little bit low, not a problem. Just a little bit of ears up on the teddy bear. And it slides mostly right in. Okay. We woodworkered one of the body holes, something terrible. Just trying not to take out too much. Can't, this is a situation where we can't cut any back on. There we go. Now, I'm confident in that. So we're going to put some 8s in it. 8s are plenty. At least I didn't have to fabricate anything. It's already part of the slider, so I'm on board. I could have cut them further. I'm going to have to cut that one further. I just saw that it's it's right where the battery is going to want to live. So there's 2 holes exposed on the end. We're going to cut it right there. Then we're going to pop that in just like that. I love 8 millimeter. 8 millimeter. 8 millimeter? 8 millimeter. I don't like that one. I love the body mounts. I mean, they're inexpensive. And that helps me psychologically because you throw like 80% of it away. We cut. Yeah, it's like nothing left. Now, my brain can't abide this. Scan rear 2 holes. Pop that in. I didn't even pre-fit this. I cut the hole out of the back. Said to myself, that looks pretty close. Okay, drop these back in. I was like, when did I take those out? You had to take them out because they didn't fit. Okay, shimmies right in. If we were using any other hole for the upper link mount, we'd have to widen that out a little bit because it's like right across the hole there. Well, maybe not the outermost one. That would make it kind of annoying to put the body on though. Then we've got the rails. I'm gonna look at the point of the bumper. We're gonna go right. Honestly, this is better. This is better post placement than what is on Jolly Green himself. We're getting it more right second time around. And I always do this right where I stand, and it's awful because walking on those little chunks of polycarbonate feels great. Again, woodworking. I should not have to do any kind of modification of this body, really, because it's sitting a little further back. Screw pin. I have one. I see one. I think it's going to be third hole. I think third hole will hold it up a hair higher, as long as it's not, you know, looking like a ski boat. I think we're fine. And it could be, much like we had in 4, it could be just that much lower. We're just, a part of it is post-selection for sure. We're coming in right in the middle. I don't know. We might be able, maybe we can put an O-ring on it, because I think that's going to put the shoulder below the rail. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's perfect. Oh, it's real close to perfect. That should sit down just right. Boom. I'm not mad about it. That's pretty much as low as you can conceivably get this. The post actually holds it up a little bit so that the inside of the hood is just above the rail. This is definitely the low profile, lightweight, stripped down build. Much different. Like Jolly Green, I just threw it at it, you know, was there for the build. If you'll recall, Roger Maris, now I gotta remind myself, please get 6 wheel nuts, please, 5 and 6. 8.8 pounds. I said it then, I'll say it again. This better be under 8.8 pounds. Well, I mean, we're going to be 600 grams lighter. At least. Woo! That is a lot of stub. I don't remember what... No, these are just TRX-6. Yeah, I didn't convert. So we can definitely go to a wider hex. We will measure here momentarily and see what width we're working with overall. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's low. He's long and low. That's a lot of stub. Got a whole lot of stub. We have to take off the body to remind us to center the servo. He feels light. And I don't just mean that in terms of like, for something that has 3 axles, that it feels light. Okay. Maybe we want to put this on. It does always kind of feel good when you get to see it together. Oh, get the GTS down that stiction out. How are we sitting? We are level, perfectly level, perfectly level. We're a little, like, it's definitely, we got this, we got rake. I'm not 100% sure where the rake is coming from, but we've definitely, oh, I see. Well, I see what I did already. Let's put the silver one in the front. Let's put the red one in the back where it's supposed to go. They are not mids nor rears. There's no weighted rings. It's just all the same wheel. Only, well, you remember, we couldn't get 6. We couldn't get 6 red rings that matched. So I was like, all silver up front will be nice. All right. We got a C on rock, but from here and now, hey, all our axles are parallel. It really looks like the rear's oversprung. It's going to take a little bit of maneuvering around and cycling them to see what it looks like for reals. We got to center that servo. There's no power switch on this. Not even going to make it move yet. We're going to... Where's centered? Oh! That's mighty rightly close. We're 8. We are inching ever closer. Okay. It's tight. It does not have the locker in it at all. It's just not there. It's going to be a tiny little M2. So we'll lock that down. Turn it to straight. Ooh, endpoints for sure. And I don't have to worry about doing any kind of trimming. It's still too much. That's right close. Right there. Whoa. You can see it leaning back. We're going to go a little conservative. Nope. That's crazy. Well, it's an 800 V2. Let's just hope. Oh, okay. What kind of growl are we going to get? We kind of really don't. Listen to all that noise. 6 wheels, 3 speeds. I have no idea because I neglected to look at what the reduction is. This is definitely a box that they regard as a portal box. I think okay, so here's what I did. I loose fit a tire and I rotated this motor with my finger and counted how many times the logo came around before the screw holding the hex moved a quarter of a rotation. So getting to 90 degrees was between 12 and 13 revolutions of the motor. So in dumb terms, and why did I check this one? Because that's the 0 one. That's the one that doesn't have any underdrive or overdrive. That's somewhere around 50 to 1. Okay, 50 to 1 there. And that would mean 55 to 1 in the front and 55 to 1 in the rear and 45 to 1 in the front. That's okay, fine. And I think there's a 19 tooth on there. We appear to have room. We are basically out as far as we can go. Like, this is basically the largest pinion that we can run. We can go down. We can also make all manner of changes, but that is effectively Ghost Ride configuration. It can't get up off the mat. What if we come more straight at it? There we go. As I said, completely that 120 is only just moments ago soldered up. So I've made no changes to it at all. Somewhere around here I have the recommended settings for 4S for the Secure Escape 32, and I will be employing those. So there it is, RTR with an 850. The only thing, and yeah, it's just, the only thing we're missing is body clips, really. Like, this is ready to go. Every time I get the scale, where did the foam block go? Like, I keep weighing things and using different foam blocks. Because every time I go back, there's one less. I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. This is the nervous part for me. It doesn't feel crazy light. 8.8 is the we're gonna cry ourselves to sleep number. In grams first, 3277, which is 7.2 pounds. You could only get under 7 by lightening the, like, carbon wheels, going to the carbon wheels. I would not. And of that 7.2 pounds, of that, like, I'm ecstatic about 7.2 pounds. I'm just internalizing it because that is a 6x6 RTR. This is a Phoenix 7.27. So that weighs almost exactly the same as that, only he doesn't have a battery in him. So that weighs less than that, which is bonkers. Now, sure, he's got a VFD twin in him and all the other things, but I am not upset at all about 7.222 pounds. That's pretty good. I'm pretty okay with that. Will the inserts be soft enough to manage that little amount of weight? Is the front spring, has a front spring? The front springs, we're not laid down all the way. We're laid down pretty well. We're not as soft as we can get in the front, and I do have rates below 0.8. I just seldom like to go there. So this is going to be the configuration. We're going to find out. We're going to find out what we find out. We're going to find it all out together. Yeah, I'm on board. I'm 100% on board. Look at that. Seems all right, right? That's appreciable low. That's good low control. The tuning. The tuning will come in time. We will get through the tune, and in the next, which won't be an official, like it won't be the official part of the build series. It'll be just part of the thing, because we want to see the fruits of our labors. So we will do that. We'll take them out together. We will have 61 and 62 side by side, a pair of Jolly Greens that aren't really Jolly Greens. They'll get their own names. They'll come into their own identities. If there is anything at all that I neglected to cover, please, comments below, or head over to the Discord linked in channel description. This is a sub-channel called Even Jollier Greenery. And there are now, I have 2, Zoku has 1, and then there are 24 that were sold via pre-order. So as of this recording, there are no less than 27 Jolly Greens in the world. So that ain't nothing, as they say. I'm excited. 7222 RTR with a 4S 850. Not in no small part helped out by the fact that a J Concepts anvil doesn't weigh anything. What is my boggle? There we go. We're gonna be ready. Are we ready? I feel like we're ready. It's not a competition, but if it were, somebody out there, can you get without not just chasing the weight to chase the weight? Can you get below? Is sub 7 pounds even possible? I don't know. Not and still have any amount of decent rubber on the ground. I don't know. We'll find out together. Next time out, you'll see them both. You'll see you'll see 6 axles worth of Ghost Ride. I hope you come back and see it. I hope you come back and see any of all the other nonsensical things that we do here in the canyon. As I said, comments below, the section for any questions, comments, or concerns that you might have. Or if you just want to say, hey, what's going on? I'll be like, not much. Loved having you. Look forward to seeing you next time. In between now and then, please one and all do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We did it. We built a servo and axle version, which is exactly as difficult as I thought it would be. And it gave me an excuse to get a nice Artful Dodgers part on there. You got a little fox on there. There he is, a little fox on there. My body is ready. So we will head out onto the rocks with them both. We'll do a little shakedown at the beginning because we got to treat it independent. That's like a whole independent thing. Thanks for being here for the entirety of the Jolly Green build series. If you made it this far, you are a real one. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for dropping by.